Gang, what's up? Welcome back to another edition here of Intuitive Angling. Really appreciate you guys making a little time to watch the video. It's always definitely appreciated and much grateful for that. And today we're going to have address a sponsor request to do a video on if you should carry a gun in the boat with you. And this is a great question. I'm surprised it hadn't came up before. So I'm going to give you sort of guys, my viewpoint on it, my opinion on it. And I know we have a lot of law enforcement officers that watch the channel. I'd be curious to hear your guys' feedback from this as well. Real quick before we get in today's video, I just wanted to give you guys a weekly reminder to invite you to check out fishthemoment.com and our lake map breakdowns. You guys know myself, Matt Steffen, Johnny Schultz, we work hard in putting these breakdowns out. We got breakdowns for every lake, almost every lake in the country. We build personal maps if we don't have one on our catalog. It's a great way to learn more about your favorite lake and get some good spots. So I'll include the link here in the description at fishthemoment.com. Okay, guys, let's get into this a little bit about packing in the boat here. I got several different opinions on this. The first thing that I'm going to say with it, I'm going to say right off the bat that I don't think there's anything wrong with having a gun in the boat with you. But that being said, I want to go over a couple different things with it. First of all, if you choose to carry a gun in the boat with you, you really need to make sure that that you're in line with your state laws or the state that you're in. Every state has different laws concerning firearms, whether it be concealed carry or open carry or whatever. So if you're traveling to a different lake or whatever, or wherever you're going, make sure that you're within the legal limits you have as far as carrying a weapon, because you do not want to break a firearms law. I can promise you that. That's a pretty severe penalty there. So make sure that is. But another thing with this is I think that there's a little bit broader discussion around this too. I think a lot of people sort of have this this glamorized notion that they're going to carry a concealed weapon, or they're going to carry a handgun, and they're going to wind up being a hero one day for saving the day against the bad guys. Guys, here's the reality of that situation. If you're ever in the situation where you have to use a weapon to kill somebody or make somebody immobile, with a handgun, it's probably, or any weapon like that, it's probably going to be the worst day of your life. There's a lot that goes with that. I mean, more than likely, if everything goes good and you aren't harmed in some way in the act, the police are going to arrive. They'll probably take you into custody. They'll probably take your weapon. You're going to have to get an attorney. There's so many gray areas as far as how this goes down. It's not like, you shoot a bad guy and all of a sudden you're welcomed with open arms. There's a lot of very stressful things that can possibly come with that. And there's a lot of different situations. Every situation is not different with that. But just realize that the idea that we in this country, we sort of have a romanticized concept about being armed and being a good guy. Don't get me wrong. I've had guns. I have guns now. I've had them forever. So I'm a big proponent in being able to arm yourself. But it's not like it seems. It's not as clear cut and dried that it's the good guys against the bad guys. There's a lot of gray areas, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong in the event that you have to use a firearm to protect yourself or somebody around you. Here's the tips and advice that I'll give you guys. 99% of the situations that you would get into where you would have to use a firearm can be avoided just by your awareness on that, your awareness and avoidance of the situation. It's very important to be aware of your environment when you're in a strange environment, or even if you're at home. You've got to keep your eyes and ears open. You've got to be aware of shady activities or things that don't seem right, and you can simply avoid that. If you come up upon, or if you're in a boat or whatever, and you're coming upon a couple dudes that sort of don't look right, turn the other direction. Don't even get around them. Go somewhere else. The same with, like, if you're walking down the street or going to a gas station or something, and there's some weirdos or dudes that look really weird on there, just turn around and go someplace else. Remove yourself from the situation. If you do that, if you're aware and you remove yourself from a situation, the odds are greater of you winning the Mega Millions than they are about you ever having to use a weapon in self-defense. It's all about awareness for your surroundings like that. I don't think that can be overstated enough. But that being said, like I said, you never know what you're going to run into out on the water. I mean, a lot of times if you're in remote areas or any situation like that, there could be something that comes up where you need to defend yourself. And I always think it's better to, it's just like the old saying, it's better to be exactly how this phrase goes, but it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. So the point is, there's nothing wrong with being prepared. I think that preparation and hoping for the best, but expecting the best, but for being prepared for the worst is a good philosophy to have. So as far as carrying a weapon in your boat, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, if it's legal in the state that you have. But like I said, just be very aware that you don't ever want to use that thing. I'm telling you, it'll be the worst day of your life. If you come out unscathed, you'll be emotionally and mentally scathed probably for life if you ever had to use that. I don't think a lot of people take the time to mentally run through the scenario, what it would be like if you actually were in a situation where you had to pull your weapon out and you had to kill somebody, another human, right in front of you, and what that would be like. I don't ever want to have to experience it, and I don't think anyone else out there does. So the point was, it's okay to be prepared, but like I said, do your homework, realize what's going to go down if you ever have to use that, and don't let your bravado and your romanticism of a situation like that get you in trouble. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Like I said, I'd be really curious to hear from all the law enforcement people that watch this video out there. I've got several friends, good friends of mine that watch they're subscribers to this channel. They're in the law enforcement field. I'm curious to hear what they say, and we'll check on with you guys later. See you.